next game.
Hi, Hex.
Hey.
I think it's safe to say that we've been excited about virtual reality for a very long time.
Yes, it feels like the next step for games, doesn't it? The final stage of total immersion.
And now it's virtually a reality, as we managed to get our hands on an early version of the Oculus Rift headset. Hex, let's go virtual.
I mean, there's something very 80s about it, isn't there? I know it's a functional design, but it still looks like something out of Back to the Future.
Technically strapping 2 monitors to your head.
Yeah.
That's pretty 80s. I think it looks cool.
Feels like, oh, there's a fireplace. And, oh, there's a ball. Okay, whoa, okay, I'm moving now. I mean, this is awesome because I feel like, I don't know that I feel like I'm outside, but it really captures the space. You know, it feels like a wide open space.
You get the sense of depth.
Wow. That's the sun. That's very cool. I can still see my shoulder.
You should take a photo. Oh dear. Hang on, just back it up a second. Oh. What happens if I go down here? Oh, no. I had to shut my eyes. That's too intense.
I think that how Minecraft would be in virtual reality. That would be awesome.
Minecraft in virtual reality. Hey.
Whoa.
You want a piece of me? Do it again. Oh, no, I gotta stop.
Are you actually gonna vomit?
I think I'm okay. There wasn't vomit, but it was this close.
Virtual reality isn't a new idea by a long shot. It's been tried before and it's been rubbish. So what makes this one different? Well, the motion tracking tech here is pretty much spot on. Where you look, it looks. And the field of view is wide enough that you're almost completely absorbed in the world.
Okay, I look down there and I can see it feels like that is actually lower.
Combine these two elements together and you have a very convincing window into a pair of virtual eyes.
As you can see, it takes a game and creates a warped image for each eye. So when you put the headset on, the lens unwarps it, and each eye gets its own image, creating a natural 3D effect. Whoa!
That's good. Yeah, the 3D is so convincing that when you see something near you in Oculus, you genuinely feel like you can pinpoint the exact place in space that object should be.
Yeah, they've nailed that depth, haven't they? It all just feels right.
As our Earth. So for me, it's here. That's your face.
This is still an early developer kit, and it will be improved before launch sometime next year. And as incredible as it does need some improving. The big issue for me is the screens. They're at such a low resolution, you can clearly see each pixel. And it does feel a bit like you're looking through a fly screen at times. And that's one of the biggest things they're trying to improve for Final, a better resolution screen. So hopefully that fly screen effect won't be an issue come launch.
Another problem at the moment is that you can't actually lean forward to get a closer look at something, and they're very keen to get that working.
I feel like this is one step closer to that long sought after holodeck experience. And we've seen people creating omnidirectional treadmills and using all sorts of motion devices to get closer to that goal.
Though it has to be said, as impressive as it is, this experience can be quite immersive to the point of being overwhelming. There are a few games that can make you feel quite sick pretty quickly.
All right, speedrun. Oh. I do not feel well already. I think the sickness and the disorientation that you feel when you put it on and take it off, it's because what your eyes are seeing and what your brain is feeling are two different things.
Okay, I'm gonna go downstairs now. And I'm gonna take a walk outside if I don't vomit first. What's that? Oh, cushion. Yeah, you definitely felt it more than I did, and it'll affect different people in different ways. And I think part of the VR experience is just finding your VR legs, so to speak. So it does get better over time, and we definitely found some experiences more tolerable than others. God, it's a great learning tool, this one would be, wouldn't it? Because you really, even when you see it in a textbook, you don't really get the sense of, you know, the planet's sizes in relation to each other. Titans of Space is basically an interactive fly-through of nearby planets and their moons. And no one had a major problem with that. What I really want is, you know, to be a Viper pilot in a Battlestar Galactica game.
Yes.
So that should be the next thing
Space games.
on the block for
Yes.
this one.
Yes.
The movements are slow and steady, and I think having an experience where your brain is expecting to be sitting still really helps a lot. And that's good news for any kind of flight game, fighter, space game, racing games even.
Yeah, and I actually found it quite cool looking down and seeing my body. That was quite a cool experience, and it grounded me a little bit as well.
Yeah.
We also tried Half-Life 2, and that shows how just a few tweaks of the controls can make a big difference. I actually don't feel so sick in this one compared to the others. Something about it feels more...
Is it because you have that reticule there with the mouse, maybe?
Yeah, maybe. The problem with the Villa demo is the view is directly tied to your mouse or controller, much like in any first-person game. But that makes it so any movement of the mouse or thumbstick feels like someone is pulling your head around, and that's not a nice sensation. So the default solution Valve has is a nice big dead zone in the middle of the screen, so you can aim without having your view pulled around. And I found that much, much better.
Yeah, it's a simple but effective solution, and we found ourselves able to stomach it much longer than Tuscan Villa. Obviously, it's very early days and there's still a lot of work that needs to be done in terms of figuring out which control schemes and experiences work best, but it's such an exciting direction for games to be taking, isn't it? And I think the more games that are developed with VR in mind, the better.
There is something magical about this, and every week there seems to be a new game which has support for it too, so I think by the time it launches, we will have quite a lot to choose from.
And that segues nicely into our review for War Thunder, which is our latest gratis gaming pick.